Divided by Color. Not worried about it at all.
Poker writes it down. Siblase goes in trying to get a responsive kill. EQO is actually hacked there, so he's forced to back away. Not too much as Brigitte when that's the case, and Color Hex gets the cleanup.
Yeah, I mean, even then, you can't really get to the point. He gets hacked up now. Now the EMP will come down.
He actually got boombox with that, did RCK, so even though he looked like he was heading forward, it was a very effective EMP. Most of Philly having their lights switched out.
I'm coming for you all. Pass into the
We'll see the grab come down early.
Darby let someone go straight away. Blase there was the one that actually got charged up against the wall. Fusion's so low. The Philadelphia Fusion now, that fight, honestly, pretty cheaply won for them. Rally, grab used.
Now he's going to translocate probably back into the team. It's the same thing they did when they had Transcendence. He got hacked on a boombox last time, then EMP this time. The hack on an Neptuno, then the EMP comes down.
rising uppercut.
Sound barrier here. Gonna go a long way for the Philly Fusion, but Poco, oh, Blase! Oh, he drops in for 3. And the Fusion there, look, I mean, they had the sound barrier, that helped him at the start of the fight, but Boston, all they had to do was that a boost Blase and send him in there. That is...
Meteor strike.
Огонь по готовности!
He'll be knocked back. Carpe at an off angle, looks very charged up, but Blase be chill, and he said, feel free, step onto the point, step into my house of horrors.
I mean,
Oh,
this is where teams, like a lot of the times, you'll see them run like the Winston version of the 3-3. When they're
Poco was hacked there, and I thought that might have been a window for a Graviton Surge to come out, but RCK has gone down. Poco's picked him off, and then they push on. RCK was just playing around the flank, or attempting to at least. Poco just picked him up, and Zaya bubble being expended, which is a good sign. It means the Fusions can get aggressive on Sado, but the Philadelphia Fusion take the fight to him. It's a 1-for-1 trade. This time Boombox is actually the first support down, and Sado will be removed. The healing cut drastically. A 2-for-2 trade though, and now in a 4v4, RCK gets a 3-player EMP. And there it is, set up on the point there. Blase causing so much chaos, and the Philadelphia Fusion was stunned, literally and figuratively.
Meteor strike.
Desuited. That's going to get tough now. Color Hex, a bit more potential to do damage now, and Poco obviously getting removed after the desuit.
I mean, now it's just on Sado.
He can't get to Color Hex.
Yeah.
He's used 2 rocket jumps to try and reach Color Hex. He's just grappled away.
And if he doesn't get the color hex, then what? They just stand on the point and just get picked off. Like,
Where is Poco during all this?
Poco gets demexed and he gets killed at the beginning, so they don't have Poco.
So that then all that can be done. Sado has to chase down the DPS on his own without his Diva. Given a bubble now, given everything. In fact, his shield is low, but Poco is here to cause some problems. He is stunned though, as he tries to make his way across the arch. Carp is able to pick off RCK, but RCK's already done damage. He got the EMP off. However, the Philly Fusion are able to spring back here. Carpe with 3 kills already. Boston, it was almost like they baited that bubble out of Carpe there. They disengaged quickly. And now here's going to be the Graviton Surge from Philly. They want to end the fight now, and that is a very effective Bionic Grenade.
Огонь по готовности!
EQO, well, if EQO is getting his Aya bubble, you know things are getting pretty desperate now. Carpe trying to push forward. He managed to get Blase, but they lost Sado for a second time in this fight. Now a Transcendence on the point means that the Boston Uprising really have everything they need. Credit to Carpe. He waits out the Transcendence, then goes for the grab, but RCK has another EMP, but it doesn't matter. Lost fusions, Carpe traded out. There is the recovery from Philly. Hasn't gone back to spawn yet, he has to switch, so we'll see how this plays out here. Sado trying to block down one. EQO, Boombox, Carpe getting stunned up by the Brig of Blase, and that's rough. Sado definitely needed to get an earlier shatter, but he was playing more reactively. It looks like it's cost the fusion now. Neptuno will be finally focused down on the point. The Boston Uprising do finish the map. He needed a couple more hits on the tank, so now they haven't taken nearly enough damage before they get to the fight. Sado nano boosted. Look, didn't have much help there, did he? Kelex's immortality field was taken down, and Blase is felled. Philly hoping for a little bit more than that.
The Widow.
Yeah, the Widow.
Nobody's even close. So now you don't have that on it. It's going to be a Primal Rage from Sato. They're finally able to deal with the Widow.
They spent so much on him. Kalex already got given a solo biotic grenade from Persia to keep him alive. And it's worked out. The dive looked good. Sato managed to access that Widow and pick it off.
I think Persia nano boosted Kelex as Kelex was about to die. And now they don't have the nano. I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe they're going to switch off. Maybe they don't exactly want it, but. Carpe's coming in. There it is. Nano Blade. Boom.
So they only get Blase infusions, and Kelex is still able to get an immortality field out there, but there's plenty of Dragon Blade left to go around, and EQO gets Persia infusions. Now to chase down RCK, and it really seems like an open and shut case there. Boston Uprising didn't seem like they have the ultimates to contest with that. The immortality field was a temporary solution, but no permanence about it whatsoever. Fusions can't touch the point.
So the headshot takes out the Mercy.
I wonder where Neptuno was, because at that time, EQO was actually on the ground.
He was over by the point near the ground.
Yeah, so, I mean, when he's on the ground, that means Neptuno can't really stay airborne for much longer either. He probably had to touch down himself.
Nano boost is charging.
They probably have a good idea of where RCK is in terms of his EMP, but Carpen's got to get one first. RCK goes one. There are 10 people in this game who can't use their abilities. Okay, EQO take it down. I guess Boston just had the better EMP because it came second. And we'll clean up here in Philly. It's all fall apart. The look on Boombox's face right now as well, resigned to the fact that they're going to have to go again. Sitting on the point now, it will be EQO to step up. Stunned off the point, not happening.
Just trying to make a play.
He's on it now. What is he going to do with this nano boost though? A lot of defense matrix use. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult. Poco really had to keep his team protected there, but defense matrix is a very limited resource, and once it run out, Blase raid the bullets down on them.
Just Fusions and Blase on the bridge. They're trying to bait those two players in to getting EMP. They throw the self-destruct over the top. It's not enough on the defensive side.
Oh, the Hex, he's in danger. Trying to get away, but no, he's not going to make it. Poco will be able to finish him off. And that's it, the EMP blade combo. Even with that nano boost bat, it did its job, especially when Sato was in the mix.
You're still dwindling clock here, though.
Yeah.
Your boss, you can't be too upset with this.
No way. I mean, you've shaved about 2.5 minutes off the clock here for Philly, if not more. In fact, more than that. So.
Double.
Blase is down, and that self-destruct over the top doesn't find much. RCK was trying to slow the fusion down, but they will not be denied. Fusions in the corner now. Shield, bubble, everything thrown on him, and it's still not enough to keep him on his feet. Now the Transcendence comes in. Persia got that in the space of one fight. It's a big credit to the man. And now Calahex is going to come in with a Graviton Surge, but it's too late in the day. There wasn't enough follow-up damage to make the grab worthwhile. Blase eventually is going to be ground down by Carpe, and RCK is just trying to make himself scarce, try and stay alive. Shadow from us, Sato, should I say, went about as far as Timbuktu and about as close to anyone in particular, but it doesn't matter. The Boston Uprising are going to be shunted off here, but that clock is still dwindling. If Boston can get Philly down to 0, it will be big. Don't think that's going to be possible, but still. Somehow, the Boston Uprising managed to shave enough time off the clock here to make things really interesting. Sato's down though. The Philly Fusion is trying to make a decision. It's time to face the music, but they have to pressure on a Boston who are sat very comfortably in the small alcove, and another immortality field is thrown up. Poco's mech is taken down. Philly have the touchdown, but they're halted into the middle, and EQO takes a huge amount of damage. Poco off to the side. Boombox, it's divide and conquer, and Boston, they look very good at it. Tank mode configuration for Blase, but he's knocked up at the edge here. Calahex has gone down towards Carpe. It's just Sato and Carpe right now, just the two of them. Self-destruct from RCK. Zato's able to avoid it for the time being, but he's halted off the point! And the draw on this map is so good for Boston. Boston don't have a lot of space here though. Sato, knocked to the ground. Could be in trouble. Both the infusions are very low, so they trade out main tanks. But it's Blase falling after the fact. It should be a little bit more concerning for Boston. And Telex follows. That's 2 supports down.
Yeah, Carpe doing work. I mean, you see 85% to his EMP and counting RCK. Only about halfway there. Ult charge of the EMP. You can use it here. Everybody's slumped up.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Oh, that really hurts. And there's no way you're coming back from that. You love to be where Poco is right now. On the high ground, he's playing Zarya, by the way, so that's a big up there. And a shadow, that's big. Karlhex and Persia both get hit. No nano boost. Kellex down early, and Persia following after. That is brutal. However, they use both their grab and their shadow in that fight. Swinging at Mace is very close to actually revealing Carpe. That Carpe got EMP. Great sound barrier. Juno comes in after, but they layer support ults, Matt. They go for the Transcendence and the Saber. If they still lose this fight, that would be completely disgraceful. RCK down, they trade out. Sato's missing now. It's going to be a main take advantage for the Boston crew. And Poco on the high ground, I mean, yeah, you're looking pretty good up there. I see you working out, but you don't really have anyone else to help you here, and the rest of your team are going to be forced to the low ground.
You might be able to do this, though. You come in, you EMP, Poco grabs from the high ground, you have a chance. There's a grab, there's the EMP.
Oh, it's a disaster! Sato comes in with a double fire strike kill, and Philly after layering support ultimates. I cannot believe it! They come back in with a 1-2 punch, and it's over. Just like that.
They did a good job. They knew they could give up its hit. You had Poco very close to grab. You had Carpe coming back with the EMP. You're able to combo both of those.
Огонь! Огонь по готовности!
They rotate around, they take the low ground, and then they put Boston in the attacker's position, which in turn makes it a bit harder for RCK to get a ton of value. Persia's down early again. Not ideal, but Boombox is traded out on that high ground. Both teams are missing their Zenyatas. Big chunk of their healing. Also those Discord orbs. So there's Reinhardt's here. We'll have a tougher time getting rid of one another except for Sato. Fusion's got knocked down, so that was set up there, of course, by EQO with the shield bash, and then Sato charges the prone Reinhardt. Yeah, Telex is done. The Fusion have got this one. And this is fantastic. Great recovery from Philly. And this means that map 4 is going to be the decider in this series. What a way to bounce back after a frustrating draw in map 2.
I break you. I'm injured. Need healing.
Now they decide to do it. Let's see if this pays off for them. Carpe grabs straight away. Gonna land that one. Persia gets his Transcendence, but it's a little bit too late to save Kellex, so they're down 1 now. Fusion's not gonna survive, not even through the Transcendence. Boombox just chucking that Discord orb on, amplifying damage. The Boston Uprising, this looks pretty grim. And ult as well. We'll have another Graviton too. What?
Огонь по
Okay,
готовности!
I don't know. That interesting Graviton surge usage there from Karlhex on the high ground. I think he thought that Philly were diving.
I think he thought.
And he'd be able to sort of catch someone who was too far forward, but
Огонь по готовности! Огонь по готовности!
this is trouble for Boston, for sure. Sato, quite happy to see him charge up. Boombox is very close to a Transcendence. He was actually knocked to the ground here and needs a chance to pick himself up, and he can. Fusion's trying to go for a shatter, and if Boston had followed up on towards Boombox, they could have stopped this Transcendence, but now it comes.
Rally
Philadelphia Fusion get more aggressive. EQO 2 rallies in one fight. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, the grab.
Blase, crush. Another grab goes by the wayside for Karlhex, and the Zarya for the Uprising has been essentially invisible.
Огонь по готовности!
Okay, there he goes. He goes to the high ground and uses Primal here. He needs to get some more value from it now. Philadelphia Fusion have rallied.
Look at this positioning for Carpe. He's so good just being able to chunk down from the high ground above.
Both grabs online now. Fusions drops the bubble here. Both teams playing very carefully. Here's the primal now from Sato. We held on to it for as long as they could. Cutlerhex need to hit a big grab. They catch Sato this time. He actually got him. And the Transcenders is a little bit too late, but there's a trade. Kellex goes down. Self-destruct goes in over the top, and it doesn't affect anyone inside the grab. The Boston Uprising put down a bubble. His Fusions protecting his team, but now he's left them. He's gone to the high ground. And Blase and Cutlerhex get cut down. Fusions wasn't there to protect the big brother. Wasn't home. And the bullies have come. Now Fusions gets himself a sound barrier, but it's just Kellex and RCK left on the payload, and just a little slip has cost Boston the series. Philadelphia Fusion, a bit of vindication for them now on a very difficult stage. They stay above 500, but for Boston, it has been the week from hell.
Look, I mean, Philly is a team that you don't want to see at the end of the season. The HP player of the match, it's going to be Carpe from the Philly Fusion. I thought his Sombra was very effective on Hollywood. Definitely got the better of the Sombra matchup on that map, especially, you know, when they played it on the defensive side. You really like the Sombra on the defense here on Hollywood. And you know, in the final map where you needed the good Zarya play, you got it.
Yeah, definitely well-deserving player of match presented by Omen by HP. The Zarya, very solid. We didn't see any sort of wonky grabs from him. It was very consistent. I was kind of sad that we didn't really get to see him really dominate when he switched to the Widowmaker. You know, saw him play on attack on Paris. Maybe he just needs a little bit more time to play it. And maybe we need to see a little bit more of that from Philadelphia.